Alright everyone, welcome back. We are on our second map of the best of three, and this time around we are here on Overpass. This is now the map pick of the series, guys. And if you remember, folks, the first map was a very one-sided affair. I mean, TRZ just got absolutely destroyed on Nuke. Isurus were able to get it done, and now TRZ on a map like Overpass, I don't know if they can actually pull it through. It's possible, but we'll see how it's going to happen. For now, it's the Isurus guys making a very fast push here towards long. Thus far, they're doing a fine job at it. Pretty much not being opposed by any of the TRZ players, as we can see that TRZ has decided to put a lot of emphasis on the B-side defensive. However, Sagala, he's about to see a lot more players coming in his way, so he must be very careful about it. And Isurus, I can't really be for certain that they want to commit to this B-side play. In fact, as the utility is being thrown out here, it's pretty obvious. It is the A-side hit. Sagala finds a nice shot. So this is now an opportunity here for TRZ to maybe pull this one through, but oh no, TRZ, they're pushing for the smokes, and that's a big mistake. That's going to allow Max to plant the bomb, and now Fabio and Crymore, I think they're going to try to go for this one, but it's a fool's game at this point. It's going to be quite difficult for Crymore and Fabio. But if they do want to go on through here, they must find these early kills, and I'm not sure that's going to be the case here. Reverse to fine position for him. Fabio picks it up. But Crymore, only 26 points of health. If he does find a kill on one of these players, then hold on just a second. Can he actually do this? He can actually pull out the defuse. Oh no, 2 seconds remaining. 1 second remaining. Oh no, Crymore gets it done. With the very last seconds remaining, he does get the defuse, and TRZ, they pick up the round. Oh boy. Ay caramba, you could even say. I mean, that was a close game. In a 3-on-2 post plan like that, I was just hoping to see Isurus Gaming getting it easy, an easy victory, but I mean, mistakes were made, so right, if Isurus want to be competitive here in Overpass, that's one way to do it. Pick up a crazy round like that and put in a spanner that works here for Isurus Gaming. That's a lot of damage being dealt. And with the damage being dealt, they're pushing on through here. I'm not sure if that's the correct play. Look at the bombardment that's happening here. Another nade coming through. And we can see that Isurus Gaming, we'll say it is going to be the B-bomb site hit, as they've noticed that there seems to be a lot of emphasis on that fountain area push. So, okay. Now TRZ should realize that some of these players are very low in HP, so there is a possibility that he can still pull this one through. Max now holding the angle. He does find the first one, but as Fabio pushes on through, it's now up to 1962 and Natsa. Not the best positions right now for the players here. Oh, Fabio, if only knew how close he was. And now they need to find the player here. They find him, and now it's knocked and he goes down. That's the round here for TRZ. Another round here for the CT side. Good way to start things off here. Picking up the 2 rounds is definitely something they must be looking forward here after a horrible map like Nuke. So that's great here for the TRZ guys. But we can see that the Isurus, they don't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. Again, they do make the purchase here. This round is looking a bit better from their part. We can see that there's Galil's coming through. So the Galil's being in possession here. Ooh, they can do some damage here. In fact, Sagala had no idea that was even a possibility, as 1962 picks up the first kill. So, okay. This is an early lead right now for the players of Isurus. How shall they use it? It can really slow things down right now. With them finding the initial pickup, they don't necessarily have to commit to one of the bomb sites just yet. Look at the timer, 1 minute and 15 seconds. The great thing about a map like Overpass is that it allows a lot of these fakes go on through here. So Max already clears out connector. That could be a very viable avenue for the Isurus guys to use if they want to make a fast rotate to one of the bomb sites here. Zam, though, finds the kill. That is a great shot through the smoke, and right now Isurus going to push on through. Zam and his teammates holding the line, making things very difficult for Isurus. 1962 and Max now make it all up to Max. Zam finally goes down. Meanwhile, TRZ picks up the 3rd round. Are there any TRZ fans in the chat? I have seen a lot of, Spanish talk going on here, and for good reason. I think there's a lot of Isurus gaming fans here in the chat, which is quite understandable. You want to support your local scene, and it's great to see, you guys coming here, watching the games. But if you're a fan of TRZ, the Brazilian squad, you must think that this is still an uphill battle. But thus far, they've been looking quite solid here in Overpass. These first couple of rounds here looking good indeed. Segala making things very difficult for Isurus. No way in the world a push like that is ever going to go through behind the players. And there we go, a 4-0 lead for TRZ. I wonder if we're going to see something similar of a reverse sweep on Nuke right now in Overpass. Because in Nuke it was 16-2 in favor of Isurus, right? Don't tell me it's going to be something like 16-2 for TRZ. That'd be quite ridiculous. It's possible, though. That's the crazy thing about Counter-Strike. It's definitely a possibility. We'll see if I'm just mumbling or dribbling even. Or can that really be the case? For now, it is going to be some utility used here by the TRZ players, but they're not able to find the most amount of success thus far. In fact, both teams being very cautious in their approach, which is nice to see. For now, it is going to be, Max and his teammate pushing on through here. The Molotov rains on in, and that's going to allow him to pick up at least the first kill with the pump being dropped. There's now the connector push going through. So it's still not too easy for either squad, but the thing is, Fabio has got vision of the bomb. Meyer, good flick on Zam. But the problem is, Isurus, once they do recover the bomb, can't they track their way to the bomb site carefully enough? Because the thing is, the reversive, he's quite low in HP, same goes for Meyer. Oh, there's a bit of a gap. Kramer, he saw the players there, but couldn't land the shots there. So it's still a possibility for them to pull this one through TRZ because Fabio's here with the flank. He finds the 2 kills. And now it's all up to Nocta in the 1-on-2. If he's going to push on through the smoke, can he find the right timing though? He does. He finds the kill here. Knows the positioning of Fabio. 10 HP versus 17 HP. Nocta hoping to find the better of the player there, but now it's a game of brilliance. Who will peek on through first? He's playing the timing here. Nocta, that is smart. But he's got the defuse kit to work here. Nocta peeking on through. He sees the player there. This is superb timing for Nocta. He's playing this one to perfection. And even though he dies in the end, that is a round for Isurus. That's a great music kit. That is a fine music kit, the Easy Friends one. I must say though, it's probably is, I think for a lot of members of the community, it probably is like the best music kit out right now. I wonder if you can still buy it at the store. I think I might have missed my opportunity. And talk about opportunities, that's a fine start here for Isurus. It is going to be Segala going down, and again, I'm quite surprised that Segala pushes out there by his lonesome. He doesn't even have a single teammate backing him up. So at the very least, you want to have some sort of buddy system going where if Segala pushes through, he has his teammate flashing him out, allowing him to find a kill a bit easier. But that just wasn't the case, was it? Going for a bit of a boost here, Isurus. Not able to find anything as of yet. I'm not sure if even Crymore was able to hear any of the jumping around, as I think the water actually cancels out some of the movement sound. We're now 50 seconds remaining. Reversive has got a very good angle of one of these players, but Nocta gets the kill. I think we're now, if the players do want to commit here, they must be very careful, because there is a rotation. The second guy has come in here. But Fabio's back here with the hole. He's trying to help out his teammate. He does a fine job at finding the 2 kills. That does make things a bit more doable for Zam to go for the retake, but let's be real. A 1 versus 2 retake on the B bomb side is no easy cookie. So right now, if Zams want to try to go for this one, he needs the timing, and it's not going to happen. 2 rounds here for Isurus Gaming, and they have now broken the economy for TRZ. That's the important bit here for the terrorists. With the economy being broken, all things considering, that should be an easy round for Isurus. We'll see if that's going to be the case, though. As in our lovely game of Counter-Strike, I have seen many rounds where the pistols win against the rifles. So I wouldn't be too surprised if it might happen here again. To avoid such a disaster, one of the main things a lot of teams tend to do is try to stick together. That's one of the main parts. You don't want to be going out there on the one-on-one engagements. That's a nice nade, though. You don't want to be peeking out there one by one. You want to have your teammates sticking close by so you could trade effectively, but you don't want to be too close yet again, because if you do run into a stack, you can get very easily overwhelmed by the pistols. And for now, I do like the approach here from Isurus. Though if this were to be a stacked bomb site, that could be a whole different tune for me. But for now, things are looking quite good here. Sam firing off the pot shots with the deagle! Numeritos gets deleted. And that's going to be still a round here for Isurus, I'd like to say. As TRZ will still have a difficult time moving forward here, and even though the damage is being dealt, the round is clearly going to be going Isurus' way. Right, that's going to be 3 rounds here for Isurus. Whereas TRZ, I mean, picking up the 4 rounds, not too shabby here. But obviously, because they are on the CT side of Overpass, you want to see them pick up as many rounds as possible. That's the important bit. Because I think it is safe to say that a map like Overpass, it is a bit of a more CT-sided affair. So you want to try to pick up as many rounds as possible if you are TRZ. Molotov there from Max. I do believe that Molotov lands it short, so that's going to deter any of the TRZ players from pushing forward, but except that's not really the case. Fabio goes aggressively, but he loses quite a lot of HP, so he's got to wonder, was the aggression worth it? Because yes, he does have a fine position, but at the same time, he has lost a decent amount of HP. So you have to consider, was the trade worth it? For now, it is going to be some of the Isurus Gaming players playing this one quite safe, especially here Max. He doesn't seem to want to play this one aggressively. He is just holding the angles. But his teammates here on the A side, this is where the magic is about to happen. They're about to commit to this bomb set, and they've actually eliminated 2 defenders here. Right now, they're going to throw down the utility. 2 Molotovs onto bank and 2 smoke grenades on staircase. That's a bit odd. I guess you could say there's some miscommunication from Isurus, but by this point, it's not going to matter too much. It's a 5 vs 3 retake here for TRZ, and that's going to be very difficult. In fact, they don't even want to go for this one. They're already committing to the save here, so Max is in a prime position to actually find out some of these players if they do begin to retreat towards T-spawn. Well, one of them does. That's Sony out of the picture. Whereas the other 2 players, Fabio and Crymor, looks like they just want to stick in connector, which I can't really blame them. And yes, that's now going to be the 4th round here for Isurus. And if you guys remember, I'll give you a brief overview here. The very first 4 rounds were picked up here by the likes of TRZ. They obviously got the pistol round going, and they got the subsequent gun rounds as well. However, these last couple of rounds have gone in favor of Isurus, and they're looking as dominant as they were on the CD side of Nuke. So if anything, I think if you're TRZ, you're going to have to begin to worry. Okay, this is clearly not going to be that easy, as you might have anticipated it to be. Now, with the 2 rifles being saved, the TRZ players have gone for a bit of an investment here. We do see Sony, Segal, and Zam investing in the upgraded pistols, as well as the Kevlar to work with. Oh, that's a powerful nades being thrown out as Fabio and Krymer do go for a bit of a boost there. They realize they get absolutely overwhelmed. And look at this, I mean, the early utility damage here from Isurus is sublime. They've done so much damage here on the players that right now the rifles should just clean things up. It should be quite easy for them. Meyer moving on through here. He could just run a gun with the Galil by this point. The remaining players here for Isurus is going to try to hold the side, I would presume. Plant the bomb. Your casual stuff. It's just that, yeah, someone's going to have to recover the bomb, and that is a bit dissatisfying. Smoke thrown out. Yeah, this might get... Yeah, something tells me this round might just get a little bit awkward right now. As the bomb was dropped there in T-spawn. That has been recovered for sure, but Fabio and Segal still have a chance in this one, all things considering. Myron gonna plant the bomb right behind the pillar. That's an opportunity for either Myron or Moxit to maybe go towards Graffiti, but as far as gun rounds are concerned, like, this is not a clean round here from Isurus by any stretch of the imagination. I praised him for the early start they had, and it was sublime. Like, it was a very good start from their part. But now, I mean, they're keeping it costly. Yeah, that's one way to put it. They're keeping it costly. Wait, guys. I'm gonna have to sneeze real quick. There we go. No worries. It was a fake sneeze. I kind of hate it when it happens. When you think that you're about to sneeze, you're going, and there's no upchi. At the end of it all, there's no upchi. Not sure why my body system is playing with me like that. Knocks it out. Good early pickup here for Isurus. We do see that the players are probably, by this point, just going to continue on pushing forward on the A-bomb side. That's where the two players are heading. The bomb is still there in T-spawn, but it will be recovered by the likes of Max, there it seems like. Oh, there's a player on the side still. That's quite interesting. Now they have been forced back here by the Molotovs and whatnot. Doesn't he see the player there? Sonny has remained here for such a long period of time. He finally goes down. But as we do see Isurus in a position where they're going to have to find some of these kills in order to secure the round. And thus far, it's looking sublime for them. Not really having much of a difficult time, if anything. Fabio and Krymor, I think, for the two players here. Yeah, it's back to the save. Again, try to attempt. This retake is pretty much impossible. So they must try to attempt to... Oh, Krymor. Interesting attempt. But yes. Fabio and Krymor right now going for the save here, as expected. The next round is going to be, I would presume, another save here from the likes of TRZ. They don't have the money to work with, so it does make a lot of sense to go for another save, keep those two rifles in play, and have your players on some of the upgraded weaponry. Six rounds right now for Isurus on the terror side of Overpass. All things considering, that's a pretty good scoreline already. As we do recall, guys, TRZ were up 4-0, and now it is Isurus who have picked up 6 rounds in a row. And it doesn't look like their streak is going to stop anytime soon, as again, TRZ, for them, it is a simple eco, you could say. Well, a partial investment, I think, is the right term, because the guys from TRZ, they have reached maximum lose money bonus. And because that is the case, I mean, that will mean that the investment that will happen the next round is going to be looking very good. I wouldn't be too surprised if we will see some AWPs coming out to play, everyone on the AUGs. Now, Versus seems to have an idea. There is a player there, and they do eliminate it. Minute remaining. Again, it is Isurus who have got so much freedom here on Overpass. They don't necessarily have to commit to the A side play. But as Nocta was heading over there, that's going to allow Sagala to pick up a rifle. Just one of the things I want to see right now from a team like Isurus, I just want to see them stick together and secure one of the bomb sites. They don't necessarily have to go out there one by one, which is one of the factors that could come back to bite them, but for now it is looking quite good for them. They're able to take over the B bomb site. However, there's still Sony right behind the smoke, dangling that deagle of his. But once the smoke fades and once Max pushes through, that's where Sonny loses his life too. So okay, 7 rounds here for Isurus. But this is the big round. This is, of course, the big round here for TRZ. They're making the investment here. We can see they're putting every single penny into it. Not saving any of that money for later. They would have invested right here, right now. That's 4 AUGs, 1 AWP, and a lot of utility. One of the things I want to see from TRZ, where will the Opera go? Because we have seen prominent pushes here towards Fountain in the past, and that seems to be the case again. But one problem still remains. Ooh, look at the early damage being dealt. This is great stuff here from TRZ. They haven't really even seen Nocta and the Molotovs, the grenade do their bidding, but oh no, that's a good crossfire setup. Then Max, if you would have got that kill, that would have been a great lead here for Isurus. But it is, of course, Sony to battle it out. So Reversive and Myron, the 2 players here for Isurus still remaining for the job. And I want to point out, there's not a single defender on this A side. That's a problem for the likes of TRZ. If it's going to come down to this A side hit, they don't really have how to defend this one. It's just going to be on the retake. Depending only on the retake here. Myron, he sees the player. Once that does he pull the trigger, he does it. But he gets tagged with the op. 40 seconds remaining. There's a pretty massive gap there, so Myron, oh, he does get the kill on Fabio. I'm not sure why he goes for the peek there. The problem remains, I think if you're Isurus, you're going to begin to realize that there has to be a flank. It's definitely possible by this point. Will Reverse and anticipate it? He sure does. He finds the kill on Sony now. It's all up to Sagala. He's got the off to work with. He goes for the no-scope, and he gets the second kill as well. Sagala, you beast. He gets it done, and he puts TRZ on the 5th. And it was a long time coming. But TRZ finally break the streak. And Sagala, he's having quite a good game here on the CT side of Overpass. We can see that on the scoreboard, it's primarily 2 players who are doing mostly heavy lifting for TRZ. It is Sagala and Fabio. There's a problem for TRZ. Even though they do pick up the round, one problem still remains. The first half is coming to a close, and they're running out of money to play with. If TRZ end up losing this round, that is where they might have to go for the eco, and that is the big problem. If it is in fact going to be the eco, it is quite dissatisfying for TRZ. It is going to be Sony to pick out the first kill, but again, the problem remains here for TRZ. Even though they are going for the aggressive plays here towards the toilets area, they don't have a good setup or a good system in place. But here's Zamp, this pickup kill on Myron. That's a fine pickup, and Sagala gets his kill as well. So this is looking like a good round here for TRZ. With only 3 more rounds remaining here for the first half of Overpass, it's quite hard to say which one of these teams will have the edge. Because at this point, we could be looking at a 8-7 scoreline for TRZ. That's very possible. Reversive though, he hears the player back away and he pounces. A good pickup here on Crymore, but Sagala, oh, he sees the head, but he can't land the shot though. That's a bit more problematic here. He's trying to go for the start of plays, but that's the thing. This is the bait, and TRZ got baited hard. That's going to be now Max planting the bomb here. And can he actually go for this 1-on-3 hold? I don't know. There's going to have to be some really big screw up here for TRZ in order not to win around like this. Right now, Fabio peeks out. And that's pretty much it here. That's going to be 6 rounds right now for TRZ. With 6 rounds being picked up here, that's a pretty feasible scoreline. 6 rounds is not too bad here for TRZ, but they obviously want to try to aim for the last 2 remaining rounds here of Overpass. If they do get those 2 rounds, then yeah, that's going to be somewhat of a good half for the CTs. If not, well, I don't know. I'd be quite scared on the half switch because a team like Isurus has proven to be very effective on the CT side of Nuke. And I wouldn't be too surprised if some of that prowess transmit to the Overpass as well. Right now it's Fabio to peek on through. Good early pickup. This is textbook Counter-Strike right now. This is good. He picks up the kill. He backs away. Sonny and his teammate going for the unconventional play. Even though the unconventional play doesn't work out at first, they might be able to make this one work. There we go, Zam coming in the back lines. This is good right now. This is good right now for TRZ. They're pretty much, they can taste their 7th round here. But Meyer and Max, they're on different sides of the map at this point. We have Meyer here closer towards A. Now he's in long. And we have Max here pretty much on the B. Well, he's in short, to be exact. And none of the players even have the bomb in their possession, so this makes things very awkward. Segala peeking through, finds the kill on Max. And right now, if you're a Myron, you got the AWP to work with. You are going to be going up against an Opper, and oh, that's a good pickup there from Myron. Even though he does find 1 shot through the cement. Oh, the Molotov. Good Molotov being thrown out here. 20 seconds remaining. Myron, he's actually going to go over toward the A side. However, Fabio, I don't know how he misses those shots. That's actually going to allow Myron to plant the bomb. And he's going for it. Myron, though, he's got the op out. He lands the shot. And this could actually work out here for Myron. 6 seconds remaining. But that's the thing. He's out there in the middle of nowhere. And Zam will get the kill. But oh boy, that was close. That was way too close there, TRZ. The first guy pulls out the USP. Misses the shot. Okay. Still a 1-on-2. The second guy who's in heaven, oh boy, he just needed to land the 1 shot with the USP. But Myron was quick. He was fooling around. He was too fast for Z-Block. Looks like Isurus is going to keep things pretty simple this round. A full-on commitment through Monster. There we go. That's going to be Fabio finding 2, and now Sony is going to push out 3 through the connector area, and we can see that TRZ are looking quite good here. I mean, this is looking very good here for TRZ on the CT side of Overpass. And in fact, they're going to come out with 8 rounds here, so 8 rounds on the CT side of Overpass for TRZ. I think they're going to be happy. Because we have seen in the past that a team like TRZ, they have struggled on Nuke, that is. But clearly they were able to find their footing here in Overpass. And let's see how this one's going to turn out. Of course, guys, hello. For those who are tuning into our broadcast, we obviously did have our first best of 3 of the day. That was Redemption versus Pain Gaming. It went in favor of Redemption 2-0. And now we do have our second best of 3. It is TRZ versus Isurus. Isurus picked up the very first map, which was 16-2 on Nuke. And now we're here on Overpass. For now, it is TRZ with a commitment here, but it's 1962 to find the headshots here. It is quite the master with a pistol here, but Meyer always got the good angle here. He finds the 2. Can he find the third one? Almost gets it, but that's going to be 1962 to help him out. And Isurus get it done on the pistol round. A successful pistol round here for the Argentinian team. And that's probably the start they weren't necessarily hoping for, but that is, after all, a good lead nonetheless. 8-8 is the scoreline. We can see that TRZ actually go for the investment here. That is quite uncanny. I was hoping to see the Brazilians go for the simplest of ecos here, but no, it is a commitment to their cause as they invest here with a force buy. Oh, look at this. Max, he's just cleaning things up here in Connector. That's the power of the MP9. It kind of looks small. You might think, oh, what this gun can do, but it can do so much good work here. And we can see that even though this is a force buy here from TRZ, it's definitely not going their way. They're getting absolutely wrecked from Algils. And yeah, 9 rounds here for Isurus, and pretty much they're in position to secure themselves the 10th round as well, because we can see that a team like TRZ, they don't have much to work with here. In fact, it's just eco for days. As the purchase does go through, and it looks like the TRZ players might just try to make their way through Monster, but they're getting shut down by Myron. As 4 kills for him, and he's going for the ace, and he's gonna get it. Rounds right now for Isurus. That is, in all things considering, a pretty good start thus far in the CD side of Overpass. The question is, can they keep up the pressure though? We can see that the players from Isurus are able to hold their own for now. Crymar though, interesting shot coming in. Reversive, holding the angle here. That's a good pickup here for the Isurus gaming side. I'm not a big fan of him holding that angle though. Ooh, flash comes in, but look at this. Crymar spinning around with that AK-47 of his like a madman. He's going for more here. He finds the 3K, and with the bomb being dropped, they must hold their ground here, Isurus. For now, I'm not sure how successful will that be. Sagala though, ooh, he lands the flick. Now it's all to Nocte. He has been very good on the op on the CT side of Nuke. But he's quite low at HP right now. Sagala, can he land the shot? He sure does. 9 rounds for TRZ. This is now a pretty good position for TRZ to be in. Pardon me. It's a good position because if they do end up winning this round here against Isurus, they will break the economy of the Argentinians, and that's something TRZ is looking forward of doing. And we can see that Isurus have kind of run out of steam. like on Nuke, they were sublime. They were winning every single gunfight. Nothing stood in their way. But here in Overpass, we can see that TRZ have some firepower here. Finally, it is 3 players doing a decent amount of fragging here. Sigala, Zam, Fabio. Now Isurus holding the entrance towards the A bomb site. That's where TRZ want to try to commit. Thus far, it's Sony to find a kill. Fabio does pick it up and reverse it. And I think if you're 1962, you might want to reconsider going for the save here. Not a very good position here for any player to be here, not to mention 1962. And he's going to be backing away here. That's going to allow a team like TRZ to actually reach double digits here. Something I had no idea was even possible. Got to be quite careful about that in 1962. If you are going for the save here, it may not be that easy because TRZ are definitely going for the hunt. And there we go, he's going to get taken down. Which means that TRZ are in a pretty good position right now. They have a possibility to one-up Isurus Gaming in terms of scoreline. Because for Isurus, it is going to have to be one of the simplest of ecos out there. Only the basic USPs, and that's about it, because they haven't really built up much of a lose bonus at all. So yes, it is a simple eco here from the Argentinian team. And as they do go for it, that's a great opportunity for TRZ to pick up a round. Isurus pushed up all the way through Fountain here. They can clearly see there's no one here. And I do believe that Sigala has actually gathered the information that there is in fact a Fountain push. And I like this from Sigala, that he is backing away. Sometimes we will see Oppers actually holding that position. And let's be real, like, that is one easy way to give an AWP. But this is good from TRZ. I like their approach right now. Good pickup there on Sony. 1962 is probably going to be falling anytime soon. I'm not sure if he can even get a kill here. Sam jumping around the corner. And that's that's an interesting third-person perspective. And yes, 11-10 right now. Isurus make the purchase here, and I must say, though, it's not a very good purchase. I mean, yes, we do have the AUGs coming into play, an M4 in the hands of 1962, but in terms of utility, this is looking poor for the Argentinians. So I do believe it's going to come down to the aggressiveness of their plays. Noxa finds the first kill, though there's a lot more players he's going to have to find, and Noxa gets free. He's done his job. He doesn't even have to play this one aggressively, but he's hungry for the kills, and that hunger is going to allow him to do some damage on Sigala. But right now, the rest of his teammates, they don't even have to play this one aggressively. They should just hold their angles, hold the bomb sites, and that could be enough for Isurus to secure a round. But mistakes are being made. As of right now, Isurus, they have 2 players in connector. That is some odd positioning, to say the least. Not a single player on the A bomb side. They feel confident that the player is somewhere close by the B side, but that's not at all the case. And we can see that once the bomb does get planted on the A side, they're going to waste some valuable time, because the thing is, Isurus, they don't even have any defuse kits to work with. Yeah, Reversive is realizing what's going on here. I think the other guys as well, like Nox is already going towards long. Sigala is going to plant the bomb here for himself. Flash running through. And the problem is, yeah, he's got no idea about the positioning of Reverse, so that's going to be an easy kill for him. And An AWP picked up and a round here for Isurus, pretty much thanks to the heroics of Nocta. Without Nocta, something tells me that possibly is another TRZ round. And if that's the case, again, that's where the players must go for Nico. And that just makes things a lot more difficult here for Isurus to close things out. Flashes raining ink as well as the Molotovs here from TRZ. Hoping to deter a push there from Isurus Gaming, but that's not really the case here. Look at the angle Zam was holding there. That's a tight angle if I've ever seen one, and that will obviously prompt a player like Nocta to back away from Connector. And that's pretty much it. Nocta backs away, and so the remaining Isurus players from any play towards Connector or the Fountain area. They're going to have to be a lot more careful in their approach. Do you see TRZ? Right about now, they're taking over some control towards long, and you're pretty much unopposed in that case. However, as they say, so there is a player there. Max spots out Segal, and he drops the bomb carry as well. And as he's back away, he finds another kill to work with. And now we can see that, ooh, Fabio, that was a nice quick shot. We can see that TRZ are going to try to commit to this bomb site, I would presume. That's where they were able to find the 2 kills. The Molotov will deter Fabio from pushing any further. But yeah, we can see that this is a pretty winnable situation here for Isurus. They should be able to close this one out. Oh, the footsteps. He's heard them iron. He knows the positioning of the last player. With 20 seconds remaining, Fabio will have such a difficult time closing things out. And that's now 12 rounds here for Isurus. But most importantly, if you take a look at the economy here for TRZ, it's in a pretty horrific state. It is uneven. It is distributed unequally. So they have a couple of options to go with. Either A, they can go for the eco and make the purchase later on, or go with the force buy. They do decide to keep things civil. It's not going to be a force buy just yet. The aggressiveness coming in from Isurus. There we go. That's the Isurus team we've been talking about earlier, especially on that nuke matchup. And now we do see that this is quite the costly round here for Isurus. Definitely not as clean as I might have hoped for it to be. Sony moving on in, but Iron's got the angle. So all things considering, yes, Isurus are definitely in a fine position to secure this one, but as we do see, it's Fabio in the AWP. And I'd be quite scared about that one. Because he's right now in a position where he can do some serious damage here on the AWP. And in fact, one of the ways he can approach this one is actually just going for the savior. That is also a smart way here to approach a round like this if you are TRZ's Fabio. Reversive though. Moving on in. Can't really say that's too necessary by this point. We can clearly see that the bomb is the position here for Isurus, so it would make a lot more sense to have all three players here close by the bomb so that Fabio can't pick it up. But as we can see, Fabio doesn't seem to care too much about the bomb. He's like, have it. If you want, you can keep the bomb. I just want to have the sniper rifle in my possession, which, in all fairness, is extra $4,750. So, yeah, I'd say that's a smart call here for Fabio. And interestingly enough, we do see a pause taking place. So, I don't think we have even seen a pause on the first map where the guys from TRZ were getting absolutely demolished by Isurus Gaming, so it's odd to see that they've decided to go for the pause here. And for those who are wondering, yes, this is in fact the best of 3 series between these two teams. And TRZ, they're the ones that picked the very first map here of the best of 3, Nuke, though they lost it 16-2. And right now we're on the second map, which is the map pick of Isurus. And even though they did lose 16-2, we can see that TRZ are definitely putting in the game. They're looking much stronger here on Overpass. They don't seem to be fazed by any of these Isurus players. And that's very nice to see. Oh. Okay, someone tells me that this might not be a regular tactical timeout. It might just be a technical issue from all the clicking I'm able to hear. If it is in fact a technical issue, I do hope it's going to get fixed as soon as possible. Because, yeah, technical issues, they're never nice. Never nice for the players, for me, the caster, or you, the viewers. So I just want to see some Counter-Strike. I don't want to see the players sitting around and spawn all day. If I want to see that, I just look at matchmaking. There we go. The timer is taken away, and looks like we can continue on with our matchup here. We do see Segala here on the sniper rifle. That's something I don't really recall seeing too much here on the terror side of Overpass. So we'll see if Segala can actually get anything done with that big green gun of his. Do you see Meyer? I get a bit more aggressively here towards the fountain area. Early damage being dealt on some of these TRZ players, but definitely not a lot. And already we can see that once the 2 HE grenades are thrown out, Isurus Gaming players are backing away here. Max, though, he's holding quite the aggressive angle, I guess you could say. There is a possibility that this is going to be a full-on ace side hit. That seems to be the case here. But TRZ, they're not really going for it, are they? This seems to be some sort of elaborated fake. Does now all 5 players that have gone close by towards long are now backing away. They're heading back towards what? Connector, I'd like to say? That looks like it. All 5 players shifting their way towards connector. An interesting approach here from TRZ. Let's see if that's going to work out for them moving forward, as right now, 40 seconds remaining. They're going to have to make a commitment on one of these sites, and right now, even though I do have X-ray vision and I know where all the players are at, I'm not sure where are they going for. Is this... Yeah, okay, now I can tell you that it is a B-side hit here. 20 seconds in, they're throwing down the utility, but now as they push on through here, they line up here for 1962. And that's going to be the round here. Segala goes down, 14 for Isurus. And they've won a crucial round. As we can see, the TRZ players, barely anything to work with here. The money's in the bin, so it has to be an eco from their part. And as the eco does come through, that's another possibility for Isurus to pick up another round. Throughout this matchup, I don't really recall the pistols actually winning a round. I think primarily if we have seen somewhat of the pistols, it's the rifles to get the job done and they secure the round. So in that regard, I am quite surprised to see that these Eagles were relatively clean. Maybe this could actually change things up. Maybe this is the Eco TRZ end up winning and putting things back in their favor, but it doesn't seem like it. They're getting absolutely shut down whilst entering the site. And we can see that even though Segala tries to give it his best shot, that is still going to be 15 rounds here for Isurus. purchase here from TRZ. One of the problems is this could possibly be their very last purchase, so they must make the best out of it. Myron pushes on through the flames. That's something that no one may anticipate that to be the case, but Zam actually finds the kill. Wait, how did he get that? Oh, he got it here. Connector doors were open. I see how it happened. So okay, that's a good early start here for the TRZ guys. They're able to find the opening kill. That's going to mean that the defensives are going to be looking a bit weaker. So that is a great opportunity for them moving forward. I'll see if this is going to be it here, TRZ. A whole minute to work with, and they are grouping up towards this B bomb site. Something tells me that this is going to be a B side hit. Numeritos able to find the first kill, but there's Revensive to get things back in the favor of Isurus. And now this is going to be a commitment here on the B side. Right now, TRZ pushing on through here. They are able to find some of these kills here, but can they plant the bomb? That's the question. The player coming in through short. The Molotov is screwing things up here massively for Fabio. He is able to back away here, but the players are here. He does find the first one, does go for the second, but he can't connect. That's going to be 16 rounds here for Isurus, and that will be a victory here for Argentinian Counter-Strike. And that's going to be it from me, folks. That is pretty much it from me. We had the first best of 3, and this is our second best of 3, and it's the last one from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the broadcast. It was some interesting Counter-Strike. It's been some great Counter-Strike indeed. Isurus come out on top, and I will be doing some more South American Counter-Strike moving